In front of us, we have a beer from whom? From Guinness Open Gate Brewery out of Baltimore, Maryland, USFA. Yay, yay! So you know what that means. It's time for DJ to go local. That's right, guys. We're going local yet again with another Maryland brewed beer. And on the front of this beer, which is Guinness Blonde Lager, you see the Maryland flag emblazed on the front of the can, or emblazoned if you prefer. That's probably the correct way. Anywho, haven't had enough beer yet today to speak properly, I suppose. Anywho, if you've been to Maryland, you know Marylanders, or whatever, you watch my videos, we are into our flag. I don't know why, it's like a traditional English coat of arms. We love our flag, it's a Maryland thing. Anywho, what about the beer Guinness Blonde Lager? This is a 5% ABV beer. It clocks in at 19 IBUs, and for ingredients in this beer, for hops, they've been using Mosaic, Willamette, and Citra, maybe others as well, but they tell us about those. And for malt, they tell us they're using two-row and caramel malt. They may use others, we don't know. But it's all grain, sort of hoppier-ish kind of lager. Now, beer like this, if it's brewed in Maryland, the recipe has been adjusted since it's brewed in Baltimore. It used to be brewed at what was I believe, what was that factory? Oh, the Rolling Rock factory up in Latrobe, until that's gonzo. So now they brew it here, and the recipe's been adjusted to the Baltimore palate. That's what they said, or their equipment, that kind of thing. And odds are it's crushable when you're having crabs, because steamed crabs, crab cakes, things of that sort in the summer in Maryland is what you do. You go to the all-you-can-eat and you smash some steamed crabs. So, anywho, let's talk about the beer. We've already got it poured. You saw when this poured, it had a Gigantor head. You know, that comes from lager land. Oh, also, I forgot to say, speaking of lager, they're using the Guinness lager yeast strain. So, when I swirl this beer, you can see there's already tons of glass lacing. There's not really any alcohol legs to speak of, and there's a good amount of active bubbles coming up from the bottom of this Guinness pint glass. So we've even got proper glassware today, and gear. Anywho, so, pretty looking beer in the glass. That gorgeous sort of amber color, I guess this caramel malt, making it not sort of a piss yellow sort of lager. So, pretty beer. But you know what? It's got to smell good too. So let's dive in for that aroma. Let's see if some of them Pacific hops are in there. Nice floral hops actually is what I'm greeted with first. After that, a nice hit of citrus. Really faint tropical fruit note in the background. Maybe that's coming from the Mosaic. Can't say, specifically. A little bit of an earthy, peppery note as well. Bit of crackery malt, a little bit bready. Not a hint of alcohol in the aroma. Smells quite crushable and pleasant. Let's dive in and see what it tastes like. Cheers! Yum. Crisp, smooth, refreshing. Nice hit of hops. First up, I get kind of like a honeysuckle floral kind of taste coming up from the sweet malt in there and the sort of floral hops. After that, a good bit of citrus, a little tropical fruit, very faint in the end. A little bit of an earthy note. Actually, a quite dry finish to it. 5% is completely hidden. Touch of bitterness around the sides. This would definitely pair really great with seafood, chicken, definitely steamed crabs. You get a picture of this and go to town. Way better than Nasty Bo, also known as Natty Bo. I know, sorry, Maryland beer drinkers, I know there's a lot of Natty Bo fans out there. I'm not one of them. It's not my favorite. I'd rather drink this any day. And you know what? It's actually brewed locally, and Natty Bo is not, even though way back in the day it was at the Heidelberg Brewery. Anywho, enough talking. Here I'm liking it. We're not talking super complex taste. We're talking, a lager that's got a good body to it. Actually, it's a medium-bodied lager. It's not super duper thin or anything like that. Decent amount of flavor, not big, like, up in your grill hop flavor or anything like that, but enough to make you're drinking a real beer and not just fizzy piss water. So, let's talk about grading this beer. At time of recording, Beer Advocate has given this 3.24 out of 5. And Untapped has given this 3.23 out of 5. So we've got to basically like B to, higher B range. Let me take one more taste. As lagers go like this, in that world, if you're only drinking that, I'd say this is probably a high B plus range for you. I'm going to go almost B plus. I'm going to go 84. Super tasty. I'd buy it again. I have bought it again. This is my missus' favorite beer. She likes this, and it's not like Corona or Sol or something like that's totally garbage corn water. But anyway, tasty brew. And you know what? You can't not like it when it's local. to me now. Anywho, so have you had Guinness Blonde Lager? If you have, let me know what you know, because I like the quid pro quo and the back and forth. I also like it when you do me a great big favor and you think globally, drink locally. Yeah, I'm getting it done. And support the... I guess this is kind of craft beer. Guinness is huge, but not in this end. Anyway, whatever. Support the craft beer-ish or craft beer movement, whatever one you're in the mood for that day, because if you're drinking it and you're liking it, I guess really that's all that matters. Also, if you could do me a great big favor and rate, comment, subscribe, especially if these are your first time with us, and if you can consider getting around to it, I don't know, kind of maybe smashing that like button, that along with probably 2, maybe 3 pounders of Guinness Blonde would be all I would need to put my big ass local beer drinking happy face on. So next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a hell of a bunch of Guinness Blonde Lager drinking love for you, and you know what's coming for you by now. Hell yes, a big peace out!